Oh, we are getting our hands dirty this morning as we get set and ready to get into our beds and our gardens to get them ready, but not so fast. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer. This according to local neighborhood garden nerd, friend of the show, Jackson Hudecki from Hamilton Naturalists Club.
Great morning, everybody.
Great to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Hey, how are you?
Oh, hello. Hi. Nice shirt off your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
You were on the socials last night. You didn't know what to wear, and you thought you might want to wear that. And I have one. This is actually a beer shirt, but there is owls on there.
I'm really glad we coordinated here. I think this should be a regular thing here on CH Morning Live.
Yes. Looking good. Looking good. And we're getting it because we're going to talk about birds because you're also a bird watcher. We've been out with you bird watching. Yep. And you got some great videos of birds. But we're talking biodiversity. And what is biodiversity, Jack?
In the simplest terms, bio is life, diversity is different. Different life. We want to see lots of various species occurring in our neighborhoods and in our natural spaces, not the same of one species.
And we're lucky we do have that.
It's insane.
For the most part.
It's insane how much we have. Hamilton, we all live in a Carolinian forest zone down here in southern Ontario. Not the boreal forest, not the Great Lakes, St. Lawrence lowlands, but the Carolinian forest. We have very specific types of plants that live here, and thus very specific insects, birds, and mammals. Okay. So yeah, we're lucky where we are.
What's in this soil, and why don't we want to be going into? When can we be going into this soil? Oh, there's a little worm.
We've got life.
What is that, a worm?
Yeah, it's a sow bug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are cell bugs good?
Yeah, these are good. These are really good. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to zoom in on some of these things.
Not little things.
But this is an organic, amazing, beautiful piece of garden right here because it's just full of stuff. Like look at all, like even right here. So I've got millipedes galore sitting on top of this leaf litter. I pulled this out of my own garden to bring here today because what we talk about when it comes to having a garden or thinking about your spaces is thinking about your gardens holistically, year round. These leaves are from the fall. I have not raked these out of my garden from the fall. I left them all winter, and I've even left them up until now. In fact, when they say temperatures get above 5 degrees, 10 degrees for like consecutive 5, 6, 7 nights in a row is when you can start to clean out your garden.
So do we want to get rid of this stuff? Are we taking this stuff out, or is this food for things?
This is food for plants. The plants that break down, put nutrients into the soil that feed the plants. So the leaves that fall are just full of life, and then they harbor life. I mean, look at this. There's 3. I'm not sure if the.
I don't know. What are those little guys?
Yeah, these are millipedes.
Millipedes.
And this potato bug's so confused. These things are they survived all winter in the garden, in my garden and in yours. So like this is crucial.
And that's the thing about bringing other dirt in. Like there is stuff in here that we could be using because this goes back to the biodiversity and the greater aspect of what is eating this and then what eats that.
That's right. Yeah. So like when we talk about nature, we talk about how everything is connected, right? And that's not new science. Right. So like the food chain, the food web, the things we learn about in grade 2 and grade 3, like that extends right through the whole entire life. Can we bring up
the owl? Because you bird watch and take us through this owl that you came across.
Yeah, sure. So I do a lot of birding in Hamilton, and so this is a snowy owl. This was down at Bayfront Park.
What's it doing?
So it's regurgitating. Oh, really? Things that it can't digest. So this is an apex predator. It's a carnivore, and so it flew down from the Arctic and it spent some time here in Hamilton. When an owl eats living animals, they can't digest the fur and the bones. So what you see it coughing out, what's going to roll there is the bones and feathers of other life it ate.
I love it. Somebody's eating their cornflakes right now. There you go for you.
Yeah. Okay. So but if you think about it, that owl and all of the big predators, they need to eat the smaller things that are eating the plants that are either in your garden or in
What about the hawk? Okay.
Yeah, same thing. These are like top tier. These are top of the food chain. So this red-tailed hawk here down at Princess Point, this was actively hunting where I was, and I realized that I was kind of in its space. Moments after I walked away, that hawk flew down, caught a mouse, or a rodent, I should say, went up to a tree, ate it right in front of me.
There was 2 other birds. We're running out of time that I want to show because you're excited about these ones because it's not always blue jays and cardinals.
Okay. So right here, this is a tree swallow. Watch here. A fly just flew right into its mouth. It didn't even have to hunt, right? But those flies are feeding off of the pollinators that are growing in pollinator gardens. So when we think, there it goes again. And then this here is an orchard oriole. This is drinking from a cherry blossom. This was at the RBG Arboretum. And so this is just showing how, like, yeah, birds get themselves into flowers. They drink the nectar from it, but they're also like eating the insects that are also going after the nectar that are in these flowers. So, like, you know, there's so much to learn. This is one thing that's beautiful about life, is that you can learn something new every single day. Right. And we just want people to be connected to the people who know stuff. I like barely know what I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about, but Hamilton Naturalists Club, we got to go. But where can people like follow along on that type of stuff?
Yeah, HamiltonNature.org is the best for the website. But if you want to get involved, every Tuesday there has been a recent purchase, the Sheila Dunduli Nature Sanctuary. If you just want to give back, we do something Tuesday mornings and Tuesday evenings all through the summer at the Sheila Dunduli Nature Sanctuary. You can rip out invasives, plant natives, you name it. But yeah, like sticks and twigs, owls, it's all important.
Yay, our local biodiversity nerd, Jackson Hudecki. Great to have you, man. Thanks so much. Okay.
Thank you, Hamilton.
Let's find out what else is in here.
So much life.
Yeah,
like,
cool,
look at the stems.
Oh, wow. Oh, the stems. Look at the stems.